What's up, Raptor fans? Andre Lindo back again, and we're going to talk some Raptors and some Lakers coming up. Okay, so this game was very frustrating. The Raptors went down by 17 and a half and then started to climb their way back up and eventually beat this really bad Laker team. So we want to discuss a few key points that I saw in this game that really bother me and really good positives. So key point is the offense. This offense is horrendous. I think it's going to take a few games for them to understand the ISO and the movement of the ball. But man, oh man, DeRozan and Lowry are just not getting it. Even though Lowry had 12 assists, pretty good stat line, had a triple double. But the fact of the matter is, when the time comes, he's not moving the ball. Yes, he's getting that ball to the player to get the point. But I mean, moving the ball, getting the extra ball, getting that extra pass to try to get this game really into. This should have been a huge blowout. The Raptors had a ton of assists though. So there are some positives. When you move the ball, the amount of assists that they got, I think it was almost 25, 26, because the ball was moving. And you know what? This offense, the three-point shooting, I think even if they start hitting maybe even 40% of their three-pointers, they're actually going to be blowing out teams. It's just they're just not hitting that outside shot. And one of the reasons why I feel that they're not hitting these outside shots is because I think they're forcing them. Every time they get the opportunity to shoot, they just shoot it. They don't move the ball, get the ball in rhythm, then shoot. They're just jacking them up. Serge Ibaka is like notorious for that. He comes down the lane, he sees an opening, he's a wide open three-pointer. Instead of the ball moving around the whole thing, everyone touching the ball, and then he gets it in motion, in movement, and he hits the three. The problem with Serge Ibaka is that he's just forcing and jacking up shots. Now, another thing too is Norman Powell did not have a good shooting night and not a good defensive night. So some of the things I'm seeing from Norman Powell is that he is defending like the longest players on the team, because Norm is one of their best defenders. But the fact of the matter is that he's just not knocking down the shots, and he's becoming a liability on the offense. And I think it's all the Raptors. The Raptors are just not shooting well from beyond the arc. Their best scoring is inside. Point number two, the Raptors defense. Now, the Raptors played some really good defense on this Laker team. My problem is it is the Lakers team. This is not a very good offensive team. They made them look like they were the Warriors in the first two quarters, and it was getting out of hand. And then finally they clamped down and played Raptor defense and started to really push and pressure the point guard, where Ball only had 5 points. He wasn't seeing the court like he usually does. And bringing in Van Fleet was a little bit weird. He was putting pressure on the point guards, but for him to take over the minutes from DeLon Wright, it's kind of weird, because it's not like he's hitting the three-pointer. Yes, DeLon Wright is also struggling from three-point range, but Van Fleet is not hitting those three-pointers, and he had some weird turnovers. But positives, he's finding the man under the basket. He's breaking down the defense. He's moving the ball. He's playing really hard no defense. He's grabbing loose balls and stuff like that. So these are the things and intangibles that we're going to need from each and every one of these players. Just to get back on the point of defense, Serge Ibaka had some great blocks. Pirtle, as I call him. Yoka Pirtle had some great blocks too, and just the defense, the interior defense on the longer players. Although Randall was really giving us work today, really paid off. We got some questionable calls from the refs, but hey, we're supposed to be an elite team. We are supposed to be better than these teams. We shouldn't be in these positions where we're struggling and having a very close game in the third and fourth quarter. This should have been a blowout by all means, because this team is supposed to be better, right? So that's why a lot of people are questioning the Raptors, especially the last minute execution. So to my third point, the last few minutes execution of the offense is horrendous. I'm not sure what it is. They're going back. It seems like they're resulting back to the ISO ball of the old. But DeRozan is just not scoring. He's not getting his spots. The players are just standing around watching him try to work and beat players. And players are better defensively this year. Players know how to stop DeRozan. In a sense where they, to trap him and stuff like that. And my problem is that DeRozan is really just forcing the shots. Yes, you are a fourth quarter closer, but being part of being a closer is finding the open man and spreading the floor. So when you're breaking down the DN, you're not getting double teamed until you're right into the middle of the court. And you're not finding the open person. Like, there were so many times CJ Miles was open in a corner and DeRozan just did not see him. So DeRozan has to improve on his court vision. It's been 8 years in this league now. His court vision is still not there. In order for us to get over that hump to be that elite team, we need stellar play from DeRozan. We need stellar play from Lowry. Lowry was struggling too until maybe the fourth quarter. We need that play. And Serge Ibaka needs to actually play some individual defense. Individual defense is not good by Serge Ibaka. His help side defense is great. His team defense is great. But when it comes to one-on-one, I've seen Brook Lopez blow by him so many times in this game. And although Brook Lopez was blown by everyone, but it's still, Serge Ibaka was supposed to be that athletic four guy that we've never had, that we needed. And unfortunately, he's still struggling. Another thing I wanted to talk about is Pascal Siakam, my player of the game. So the player of the game, I'm giving it to Pascal again. And you know what? The reason why is because he hustles. He gets those garbage points, he scores, he's always moving. And that's the thing that DeRozan and Lowry need to see, is that they have players around them that's always moving, always trying to get open, trying to get to the spots the coaching staff and everyone is trying to tell them to do. And in order for the Raptors to succeed, you've got to pound it into them that they've got to pass the ball and move the ball. It's not one pass, then shoot. It's moving the ball. Everyone, I forgot what team it was, but everyone used to touch the ball once before there was a shot made. It might have been one of the Chicago teams, but everyone had to touch the ball. And what ends up happening is that you don't know, the defense does not know where the shot is going to be coming from. You know what? In the last 3 minutes, everyone knew DeRozan was going to jack up those shots. But if DeRozan was breaking down his man, getting his highest pick and roll, moving the ball, and then pounding it to the corner three-pointer to the wing, it's just like, how does the defense keep up with with that kind of offense? And yes, sometimes you want to be the hero when you take the ball, but you've got to know when to be hero ball and when to get the ball moving. Another thing that I would like to say is that the Raptors need to realize that yes, hero ball is necessary in certain situations. Yes, the three-point shot is necessary, especially in this NBA. But one of the reasons why the Warriors are so good is they have an inside-out game. It's all about trying to find that cohesiveness, that flow in the game, right? So DeRozan, maybe it's DeRozan's time to figure out how to get himself open instead of bringing the ball up. Hey, run routes so that you can get the ball in your sweet spots. Move the ball, pass the ball to the 2 or 3 players before taking that shot. Looking for the mismatch and the matchups that you can create. Thank you guys for watching this. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's have a great discussion. Share it with some friends that may be excited about the Raptors game. And then what I'm going to start doing is even more videos and question and answers and stuff like that. So give me your questions. Tell me what you think. If you have any feedback, give it to me. Anyways, thanks guys, and peace out. Woo!